I've always loved the idea of being I suppose, a consultant or a specialist advisor and all that sort of stuff. But it frustrates me to a point, and this is probably why I left journalism. It frustrates me to a point where you tend to be the observer rather than the doer. You tend to be the person who gives all the advice, but you're not the person responsible for the ultimate decision making and the ultimate, creation of whatever it is. And I guess that when I was a journalist, I always, was interviewing interesting people, whether they were musicians or politicians or sports people. And I probably wasn't satisfied enough just being the person interviewing them. I thought it would be much more interesting actually to be a person doing something. And the same thing, I suppose, out of Liquid Ideas. Once we were at a point where we were advising big spirits companies and beer companies and wine companies about stuff. Like, in the back of my mind was always, well, why wouldn't I try to have a crack at doing something actually myself, like build my own brand or our own brand? And so I said, well, why don't we try to create a gin brand from scratch?